So, we are getting ready, getting prepared for this transmission, Holy Ones, Machiwa. Thank you for coming here. You are part of this energy, Makaya. Whether you realize it or not, you were brought to this energy, Machiwa, Sochis. So, Holy Ones, welcome to your past lives. Today, we shall talk about reincarnation. And this is from the Guardian Alliance perspective, part of the innerchristos, law of one, all are God, including you, Holy Ones. Yes, making sure we got sound. It is a production. Excuse me. Chica, I get sometimes my own hair in my mouth. Let's see. We got sound. Check, yeah. And let me close some windows like that one. What's up, Leo? Good to have you, Vato. How much you? We already have some visitors in chat, so this is being recorded live. That means we'll be, talking sometimes with our brothers and sisters here. All right, sounds good. We got Jazzy Jims in the house. Thank you, Holy One, for being here. We also have Sunny Days. All right, glad to see you too. Selena, greetings from Australia, sister. Thank you for being here. Account 32548. So nice to be here with you too, Holy One. Thank you for those positive vibes. And yes, again, we welcome you to this spiritual awakening, Machiwa, Ayake, and your ascension, Mosutas, Akachewa. We are remembering. We already know this stuff. You do. It's part of that memory, that record of your past lives. What we're talking about today, Holy Ones. Surely, some of you might even yourselves have some ideas that you know that you've had a past life. Either powerful, strong, it's like kind of like experience, either dreams, what some of those people call lucid dreams. Okay, this is indications that this isn't ordinary. Dream. Dreams are not what we think anyways in general, but realize that you remembering a past life, well, that is like a psychic perception, you would say. There are those of you who are opening your chakra, your higher psychic centers, they call them, Chimakachis, Sotachimatsu. A short little affirmation: I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. Trinity, 3, 3, 3. Machiwa. Makaya. So, I just want to open up the conversation with one of my own past life stories. I've been on this journey since, I had my first, you would say, spiritual experience. 5-6 years ago, like this. I can't remember exactly, but because a lot in my personal life has happened, which makes it feel even more than 6 years ago. Machiwa sias. Sorry, sometimes on camera I still have to put up that protection. We are going beyond, okay, what most people see on the internet. What you've learned about past lives here or there, okay? Once again, this is from the Guardian Alliance which are the guardians, the angelic guardian nations, part of them, of many, but the level that we connect to at our level, density 1. Because here at Christos Avatar, we talk about reality, the spiritual levels and dimensions and density, you would call the time matrix. And we live in this hologram time matrix. And this is part of your understanding of past lives, is to understand, well, realize that's a spiritual concept, reincarnation. It's something to do with consciousness and energy and your own energy and your history of energy. You have a record, Holy One. That's what you do as remembering a past life experience, is connecting to part of your DNA you're embodied right now. All your record is right here. It might be fragmented because of distortions and mutations, because of karma and because of decisions you've made that brought you here. Okay? So some of you are indigos, though. You're higher, you would say, DNA templates, literally. And we are what you call, people have called them starseeds, indigo children. Beings who are basically are hybrid human, not only human, more than human. And we got some of our Vato locos in the house who are also indigo children. I'm so happy to see you, Shireen. Glad to see you, sister. All right. Robert Lawern. Love and lie, Holy One. Thanks for your vibes already. Machiwa. I would love to know my last lives, past lives. Machiwa, sign me up. Thank you, Jazzy. Appreciate that. Machiwa. We have Christ. And it's a Russian word. Christ, Holy One. Vato. What's up, Vato? Will we get those memories back? Well, memories has to do with DNA activation. And then you would say blocks to your memory would be DNA manipulation. Someone is effed with your DNA, so they put blocks where you're cut off from part of your own code and consciousness. Understand why it's hard to... Also understand why it's hard. I've talked about the DNA mutation that the entire planet is under. It's in my video about the... I talk about Nibiru, planet Nibiru, and the holographic... Well, this one's about the DNA mutation. You should find it if you put DNA mutation. Otherwise, it's in the Master Templar. Anyways, this is something that all life, even animals, all of us, we think it's natural, but it's completely unnatural, Holy Ones, to be dying. And for beings to be eating each other, it's horrible. But so much life on the planet is in such a low vibration, a low consciousness, they don't know better or don't think of it as bad, or they're just in it. It's like you're born into something, but those of you who are going on an awakening, you see what most humans are capable of and what they're doing and thinking, and they don't even care about spiritual life. You, on the other hand, whatever reason or another, you are here learning about your past lives, learning about your spiritual identity. Imagine, what is a past life? Is that me? Is that you? A long time ago? Like me? So, realize that when you start talking about past lives from the Guardian Alliance perspective, not from the New Age typical answer you get on the internet perspective, okay? Machiwasu, makachechiwasas, oinke. A lot of times I'm like basically bilingual starseed light language stuff. That you guys might have to get used to that. It just happens a lot while I'm running this code. In this transmission is always strong. And plus I'll get lit. We're going to get lit and we're going to light up our chakra even more. So you connect to higher levels more. Makachiwa. So we are remembering our past lives. Trying to remember our past lives. And you guys will get your first ideas in your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. So if you have problems with dreaming, you don't dream or don't remember dreams, well, you can work on that. It doesn't mean you give up and don't even try to improve that. You can train it. You can learn it. Just like psychic powers. And what do you think past life or what is that? That's vision, clairvoyance of some sort. It's a psychic ability. So not everyone can remember their past lives unless they are on a spiritual path developing their spiritual energy centers, which are called chakra. Okay? You learn what they are. There's 15 of them in our entire anatomy. Humans go up to 12. When I say humans, because we're full of a universe full of all kinds of dimensional beings. Extraterrestrials, metaterrestrials. Those are the metaterrestrials are the blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. I talk about those here on Christos Avatar. Check it out. So we are multi-dimensional beings, multi-identity, multi-lives. Reincarnation is going in a recycle of life, death, life, another life, death, another life, death, another life, die. You know, you see we're all dying. It's a world, it's a reality of dying. It's not natural, just letting you know. So we're just recycling and repeating and what? Not to mention, wow, bump your head, because of the broken DNA, because of the mutated DNA, you've been severed, you've been disconnected from your memory, Holy One, disconnected from your past lives, memory of your past lives. So, what some people are coming in, like us, like indigos, like starseeds, we have more than typical human DNA. We have perceptions, higher perceptions. We are activated higher in our abilities to perceive and remember. So, we don't have the DNA block that the human has block. Because we have our DNA, you would say, activated beyond the block. Because it's a fifth dimensional block. You guys can't go, you're three-stranders. You can't get to 5D. It's far from you. It's far. Wow. Those are your future lives. Now, it's far. Your future lives are there now. So, it's kind of like we say past lives, and we can say future lives. But the truth of the matter is, there is no time-space, space-time, it's all an illusion. There is no real time, but we use reference of time because it's an illusion. It's based off of time because everything is still, nothing actually moves. So the reality this energy structure you're going to learn here on Christos Avatar, check it out. Take a look at my time matrix diagram because we're talking about the time matrix. You're learning about the structure of the universe. The universes, plural, multiverse. You're learning about the structure of dimensions, which are frequencies of vibration. We're talking about scalar frequency, honey. You're going beyond regular mainstream science here. So, we are realizing a multidimensional identity. And that's how you understand truly what is a past life, what is a future life, which are all both future and past lives are simultaneous lives. They're your selves, your other selves, now, at different speeds of vibration. Okay? Notice as you go up, the speed is faster, higher. More energy in a smaller bandwidth. Because this is spiritual science. Okay? Chimasuta waveform. You can measure it. The soul is tangible, honey. The soul. Soul. So we talk about oversouls and avatars. Well, some of those are angels and archangels and beings above archangel. Not from the Christian perspective, not from religion perspective. No, honey. Spiritual science. Not only spirit, religion, not only math. No, honey, you both got only part of the picture of the whole. Okay? There's enough signs in the universe. You see a microcosm of the macrocosm in many structures of reality. You see the Fibonacci, you see the nature, you see that code of some grand, great, majestic creator, designer, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. You are this composite, beautiful, amazing, divine being. And that's an experience of many lives, past lives, from your embodiment. You can say future lives because we're embodied, yes, in the 3D. Okay? So from the 3D, we have past lives downward and future lives upward. This is our DNA. This is our DNA now. We're in our, you would say, participation, our contribution, my lifetime. Out of many, you would say, your personal Christos. Your personal Christos is a minimum of 1,728 different lives. Dang, try to count. Whoa. That's a lot of lives others use. There's a lot of other yous out there in spiritual energy form, in different levels, in different dimensions, in different matter forms. You are from the lowly to the highest. You are in the atomic, you are in the plant life, you are in the human life, animal life, human life, you are in the astral, the archetype. These beings are angelic, they are archangelic, and beyond into the Christos avatars, those holy ones who can leave the time matrix, go beyond this physical matter. What is that? Something solid? I don't think so. It's an illusion of something solid, 3 dimensions, frequencies. Okay, you take 1, 2, and 3. That's us. That's our universe. Density universe 1. Okay, carbon matter. Wow. No, not wow. It sucks. It's the lowest level, honey. Rise. Aim higher. Maybe those silicate crystal carbon beings. How about those crystal silicate beings? Or crystal liquid beings? You know, we do have this hydroplasm, thermoplasm type of beings, part of some other wow aspect of God, which is part of one of our higher selves, future selves. Lower selves would be past selves. I mean, think about it, you guys. Even in your own life right now, in the present, right? Imagine yourself, if you're an adult of 10 years, 20 years ago, even if you're a kid, say 5 years ago, whatever, you're a total different person. You can look at the past and say, damn, really? Maybe you're better in the past. Damn, I miss it. You know, well, we don't want to live in the past, understand? It's all, there is no past. When you start to understand past lives and future lives, well, they're not past and future, they're now. So your past self that you thought is, dang, is happening now. Your part of you that's in happiness or in misery and before is now. So don't keep like bringing that memory up. You're going to the past. You are going to, a piece of you is going to the past. You're a time traveler in your thoughts alone. It's all in the code of your DNA, vatos. We call it Chivastor, Makaya. You read it, they call it junk DNA. That's what the scientists say. Oh, that's junk. It's not junk. Maybe they don't even know it, some of them at least. But there is something magnificent and out of this world in your DNA. And anyways, it's not put together. It's fragmented in pieces, but it's there in junk in your DNA. And as a conscious being, as really a spirit being having a human experience, as a human being, you are connected to all of this. You have these truly energy centers. You feel it, man. You feel this wakachiwa. And these other selves, past lives, future lives, other selves, now selves, present selves, all these Christos, part of your Christos, part of your soul family, over soul family, avatar family. It just keeps getting bigger and better and wow. Makachiwa. You got to get used to having you would say a plural identity, not just a singular, oh, this is my life. Imagine our primitive perspective, thinking these are past lives and future lives. Well, honey, let you know, in the future, as a soul being, you're already a plural consciousness. You would say a collective. Your first mini collective of you're a collective in the soul level. You're a collective now, not just a singular perception. Understand, these great beings are mighty. Imagine us times 12, greater, because there's 12 of us that make up one of our soul. And there's many souls, levels of your soul. 4th dimension soul, 5th dimension, and 6th dimension soul, which are astral, archetype, and celestial, angelic. So we are going through spiritual awakening to bring back our DNA, which brings back your memory, which brings back your more psychic abilities, more psychic, energies and power. Like, you want to deal with just 3D energy, or do you want to deal with other world, higher power energies? And I felt those from other people in the beginning of my journey, my realization, my chiwa. You guys, if you want to learn how to remember your past lives, realize it has to do with your spiritual development, which is the activation of memories. The rebuilding of DNA creates the memories that are already there. Remember, it's in your junk DNA. It's there now. You have superhero powers inside your DNA. You just got to learn how to use conscious techniques, because this is all about technique, and at the end of the day, you'll be practicing and running current through your body, holy ones. Now, when you start living a life, a spiritual life, then you will have more memory of your past lives and future lives. That's what you call basically awareness. You're becoming more aware, more psychic perceptions, and it's not supernatural. It's not fantasy. This is truly happening on this planet now. There's many different levels of psychic people, psychic powers, perceptions, spiritual realizations, spiritual identities on the planet. Not like all these different races and people and individuals who are extremely advanced in their own abilities. Do you think they go and flaunt it and take selfies and share it on social media? Because that's our mentality, our ideas as Westerners, as Americans. Our societies are disconnected from spirit. What is spirit? What is God? What is this energy? Like, the 3D people will make fun of us because they don't perceive those things. They haven't experienced. They haven't witnessed. Because it's not a belief. It's not faith. It's not hope. It is an experience, a true realization, a witnessing. You are testimony. So you can care less if someone doesn't believe in UFOs or aliens, because you've had this experience. And then you realize it from not just a 3D Roswell alien stuff. You start to realize this is all spiritual, man. These are beings from other spiritual levels of reality that are interacting with human race from other worlds. So not just through, you call that movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What's the third kind? What's the second kind? What's the fourth kind? There's different kinds of engagement with these beings, these civilizations. It's in your DNA. And the fact that you see me and I see you and people in the world means we are encoded in each other's DNA. You can't have an experience with me or someone else or those people or that person if they're not in your DNA. It's a projection. This is a hologram. You projecting from your DNA. So be mindful of your thoughts, Holy Ones. It is your thoughts, whether you think it's in your privacy is not the matter. It's the matter that it is your thoughts that are creating your DNA, your projector. You will experience all of those horror, those thoughts of darkness. Or you'll experience those beautiful worlds and thoughts and energies that you created in your time here on Earth in your reincarnation. Right now we're incarnating. Look at that word. Incarnation. Reincarnation. Going back into incarnation. You are spirit incarnate. You are an energy being inside this vehicle of flesh. You are not, this is not your identity, Holy Ones. Your identity is that spirit, is that consciousness, which some of you don't believe in. Machiwa, you go on a spiritual path, guess what? You open up the fourth dimension of energy. You have these awarenesses. You can perceive. You can receive. You can hear. You can. Doesn't mean you will. Other people have different perceptions, different experiences, different soul matrices, different DNA Templars. We have a mixture of very dark, low energies and a very high. You see darkness, but there is light. There is a spiritual war. Even if you're not aware of it, realize most of the consciousness, I don't mean to be mean, but most of the awareness on the planet is between two small populations. The guardian races, indigo children, and the dark, you would say, avatars, the fallen angelics, like the Anunnaki races. These are fallen beings. Are all Anunnaki bad? No. We're not talking about the good ones. We're talking about the bad ones. And we have this other faction of reptilians and these other dark forces, insectoids, dinoids, dinosaurs, avian reptilians, omicrons, odedicrons, all of those different hybrid Anunnaki races. Some of them on this planet, some of them on that planet. Oh, they've gone from Vega to Orion, to all those little planets there. Wow. You got some of those reptiles on that planet, Anlilnam, Alnanak, wow, Rigel, Rigol. Those Regalians are not very nice. They have made some treaties with our governments. Well, they're little puppets, Illuminati have some power, but they're just little puppets of these extraterrestrials. You are terrestrial from Earth. These are extraterrestrials. Men in black. These are Pleiadian, Luciferian Anunnaki. These are Michael, Archangel Michael. What about all those other archangels? What about the Galactic Federation, man? You don't understand the level of the dark they're called dark avatars for a reason. Where do you think the darkness came from? From 11th dimensional beings. A lot of them coming from, they exist because they fell into the phantom matrices. We are in the living matrix. We have a particle and an antiparticle. You have this and the parallel. You have doppelganger, honey, and your many other selves called your personal Christos. All of your past lives and future lives. I told you at the beginning, we don't talk and tell you from the New Age perspective. It is the New Age perspective that I'm pointing my finger at. Machiwa. Wow, Holy One. Sorry, guys. It's been awesome. Vibe. Losness. Wow. Thank you, Holy One. And she's also my moderator. Thank you for being here, Holy One. You're so awesome. She's asking a question. What technique should we use to remove the Zeta seals and heal our DNA? Look, one of the first things I will tell you is 2 words. Maharic seal. Good question, Holy One. And thank you again. The Maharic seal, you guys. This is, I haven't personally made a video yet. I would say maybe 45 days. If you guys can give me that much time, because I'm involved with so much right now. But it's exciting. But I will make my own Maharic seal. But for the time being, Lisa Renee has one called the 12D shield technique. 12D means 12 dimension. Shield technique. Yes, you're learning how to use 12 dimensional current to protect yourself. And that would, I'm not saying it's going to remove a Zeta seal, but what I'm saying is this is a part of your repertoire, your currency, your resources. You have this potential, and but these beings have put, like she said, it's called a Zeta seal. That's because of the Zeta reticuli. Now, I can't answer you personally, but I know that what you call Oceana in her Voyagers 2 book, she talks about this. Like I said, I'm going through some of that stuff now, and I'm going to be creating these videos about it too. So actually, some of the questions that some of you have emailed me and I haven't answered, well, sometimes it's because I'm creating the content for it, and then I want to come back later and give back the links. And it's truly, you guys, I'm honestly, sincerely, I'm working constantly from morning to night, and I thank you guys for your help. I thank you for your support. You're so kind when you can help me out, because I just have a few bills, but I want to be able to be independent. I'm still not. I'm still not. But I am still a warrior, even if I have like kind of like, if sometimes if I'll have poor health or something, you know, or if I was, when I used to be homeless, it didn't matter. I was still focused on this knowledge and this information. And one of the most profound things in my life happened when I was homeless, next to a mountain. I was camped out in the wilderness in the deserts of Las Vegas. It's called boondocking. Some of you have probably boondocked yourself. It's free camping in national forests for only 2 weeks, but you can go to different, you know, national forests. There's something called well, there's 2 different types of forestry services that offer these boondocking places. So I was able to at least still buy some ramen noodles and stuff. So, but as long as I could get water, I got water at this water mill, and I could fill up a big container for like, I think it was like around about 35 cents. Maybe if you did 5 gallons, which I did, obviously, you would get it down to 25 cents a gallon. That's a good tip for any of you now, even when water goes up, go towards those water mills, and they have like you just have to buy it in bulk. And you have to bring a container and fill it up. But when I was out there, I saw a freaking UFO. Now this goes into this topic, past lives, future lives. Imagine these beings are multi-dimensional. They're from higher worlds. Okay? And they get here through portals and Stargates, and we talk about those here in Christos Avatar. Check it out. They don't use warp speed, Picard. No, they go through gates. It's more like Stargate, because that was kind of like disclosure. But anyways, these beings use portals and gates, which are Stargates. It's not the same as a portal. A portal goes within your dimension in different time periods. Stargate goes to another dimension, which is another reality, a different reality field with its own history. So, its own different types of beings. You should be able to sometimes feel your chakra. Do you feel your chakra? This is what we're talking about. You activate your chakra, like your heart chakra and your throat chakra, and of course your third eye, if you can get that far, then you will have more memory. You will have more past lives. And I personally, I was trying to tell you a past life story and then I forgot about it. I forgot to tell you. One of my past lives was, I know it had something to do with Maya or Inca. But we were on some island. I can tell I don't know if it was an island. It was just the shore. I saw the shore and we pulled the boats. There was like a few of us, men, pulling boats to the shore. And we also dragged them to our, what do you call it? Village? I don't know, encampment. But it was like they were wearing a lot of turquoise and a lot of feathers, and it seemed like a very spiritual group. So I'm thinking, because of the brown skin and this type of vibe, I felt it was like Mayan or Inca. And I know that I have been to Machu Picchu, which is one of the Stargates on planet Earth. Okay? And I've been to another Stargate on Earth, and it's near Sedona, Arizona, which I live in Arizona, and someday I want to live in Sedona. It's not actually Sedona, but there is a lot of people have reported vortexes there. Little micro vortexes even. There's a bunch of vortexes because it's very near the Painted Desert. It is part of the Painted Desert. Right? So the Stargate, and also, I was trying to think of another Stargate, but it wasn't a Stargate, but it was somewhere important, and that was in Hawaii. That's a very powerful spiritual place, man. I just went there, and I was on a very, like, some wealthy lady. She was like the actress of, or the daughter of some actor, famous actor in history, like a seriously famous person. And she let me stay on her island retreat. Well, it wasn't an island retreat. The whole thing's an island, right? But I saw the ocean. I saw a whale jump in front of me, man. Can you believe this? The whale jumped, and it's one of my spirit guides, and I'm in Hawaii, and it's freaking amazing, gigantic, what are those trees called? I don't know, man, but it looked like it was another world, and it's part of America. It's part of Lemuria, dude. Kauai is technically Lemuria, part of what was Lemuria. And there's parts of islands like England that are part of Atlantis. So it's interesting how history has covered itself, renamed itself, and some edited itself. Amakachi. Amachivastu. I don't know if any of you have seen the Game of Thrones. I'm watching Game of Thrones again. And understand that, what is a dragon? What is a reptile? What is a snake? What are these beings? How do you know if you're human or hybrid human? Sometimes I have to do a test, so everything's good. It just feels weird. It's kind of like, you guys, I want to say I'm going to get lit soon. I'm going to get lit, and it boosts my chakra, which boosts my abilities. So it's for a little while, right? That's why people do medicine. They don't want to feel this way all the time. But it's a legitimate way that opens... It's all about the freaking chakra, dude. You're going to have natural chakra ability at birth. And over time, over your lifetime, you can make that better. You're supposed to do that. Every life, you're supposed to get better, evolve, not go the other way and de-evolve and be dark and hurt and harm. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, some of your past lives may be dark and maybe you're not now. Or vice versa. Maybe you were good and now you're dark. You know? Maybe you know, whatever. You serve, that's what you serve. That's your own personal choice. But realize this is a spiritual war. And it's evident. If it's not showing up some signs in the world, you see truly, if you don't believe in God or lose the devil, you know, well, but that is dark. That is evil. So, okay, there must be something to some dark beings and some good beings. And we don't talk about it from a religion perspective, and no disrespect to religions. We're law of one. We love all. But people who don't practice law of one don't love all. As a matter of fact, most of the people, religions that are supposed to be spiritual and help you be a good person, well, most of their religions are, you know, law of one is about all are God, all are love, all are one. And not all are love, but all are God. Straight up. Law of one. Not law of 12, council of this, council of that. No. One. Me, you, that person, that alien, that little frog, you know, that cockroach, that axe murderer, you know, that fallen angel is all God. One. You know, people give you the hand. Oh, give him the finger. This finger. What? There's only one. That's not in focus, right? This is focused, right? There's only one. And you're part of it. Because you're all one. Almighty, all encompassing consciousness called God includes everything else, including dark. Because God has its own free will. And yes, it's an it, not a he or a she. It's beyond physical bodies that have breasts or genitals. They don't have body forms. They don't have human forms. After a while, you don't even have hominid or reptiles or any type of creatures. Okay, so why would God be a boy? Why is God a girl? It's not bipolar. God is omnipolar. Not gender, not half, not representing half. Your boy God, your goddess, girl goddess, it's part. That's what guardians realize. You know this inside of you. You call bullshit on that. That is not God. You go through your own spiritual journey, man. You can't point your finger at nobody. You are God, sovereign, free. You can only point the finger at yourself. Don't play the victimizer game. Oh, I'm a victim. Honey, why are you a victim? It's called karma. It's called you put yourself here. Nobody else put you here. And since we're on this note, honey, nobody can make you angry. Did you know that? Only you can didn't make yourself angry. You allowed that person to make you angry. Because only you can make yourself angry. And then think about, why am I angry? We are Chimakatas. We have the guardian creeds. Love, joy, kindness, respect, truth. You don't judge. You stopped judging a long time ago, I hope, honey. You not base people on the color of this. You don't base people on their education, their preference of religion, or preference of their fashion, or anything. You love all people. You don't make fun of people and segregate people and not make everyone equal. Make some people better. That is the false creed. Elitism. Authorities. I am certified. I am this. This is my title. I am a lord. I am a prince. I am a pope. I am a president. I am a CEO. I am this. I am that. No, you don't. Chiwasi. One. You love all. You can hate me, but I'm gonna love you, because law of one, all are one. Machi. It's to me it's great honor. It's sacred, it's divine, and I revere spirit. I revere it because I know those mighty levels, those high levels. I've seen them, I witness them, you witness them. Some of you have seen those craft. Some of you are what's called contactee, abductee. Realize they can mock, they can make fun of you. You're not alone. Indigo children, we're actually coming together, star seeds. We're not from this world. We look human, we're part human. Only human. We're from other worlds. We are the trailblazers, we're the way showers. We're helping human, because we're part human. We want to help these beings, celestial beings, angels, indigo children. They're coming in to help your asses, man. They're coming in because who else is? Who else is going to help you understand? Because no, they control the records, all the history, all the timeline, all the information since 50,000 years at least to Atlantis has been covered up, has been edited, has been changed, has been distorted, has been corrupted. All religions, all major religions. I can sit here and tell you Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, all these major religions. And we talk about it in great detail, and we have these beings coming in at all of these times, man. A part of all of these, affiliated with all these little practices, and yeah. You have no idea that it's not a good system. You're serving a very dark system, man. While this same source of information talks about all these different beings, they show you pictures of what they look like. Wow. And they show you what they're the god or the goddess of, the god of, the goddess of. These little alien ETs. Yeah, some of them are boys and girls. They're still bodies with genitals and breasts and stuff. There's no gender. This is a low-level being, density 2 being, claiming to be your god. You're giving blind worship and subservience to an extraterrestrial, calling itself So, if a god has a gender and a name, run. God is love, is unconditional love, not saying, hey, there's my race. This is a chosen one. Huh? You call BS. Because law of one. Oh, you go against law of one. Let's see. Let me please show you what you are really worshiping. Mokaya. Yeah. Citos. Mokatachas. Oh, did I open my diagrams? No, I didn't. Of course. But they're very close. Give me a couple seconds. Okay. So, this is Dark Templar. This is dark avatar beings. This is what you're following. This is not human earth principles, creeds. No, this is alien, extraterrestrial, dark beings and avatars. Fear, guilt, judgment. Oh, patriarchal, because women are devalued. So they're sexist. They also say that humans are very like cockroaches and rats and stuff. And you have to do this. And you live in this world. This is the world of extraterrestrials, reptilians, Anunnaki, insectoid beings, beetle people, all kinds of dark creatures and things. There's a different creed. There's a guardian angelic creeds. A whole different type of God compared to this other God. Can you not see the difference between this God and these aren't in order, sorry guys. And this one. Which one looks like real spiritual knowledge and principles? You tell me which one looks like it. You feel or you don't. It comes down to that. You feel this creed, this is perfectly normal for you, or you feel this one. And let me move this around so. Now this is some of the beings that are giving you your creeds, that are giving you your religions. Beings way up here in the 11th dimension. And look at the name of this race. Okay? This is what you're dealing with. These high-level beings have created your religions and belief systems. These religions and belief systems. But you got some nice beings too. You do have, and these beings, some of these are your future lives, because you're way in the past of Earth, in these low level where you're still in mortality and death, still stuck in this reincarnation. Reincarnation and death is not normal, guys. And we're here in 2021. And you're going to run into a freaking wall here in the future. And you don't realize that, wow, there's a whole nother reality field going on than what you thought you were. And what you thought is God is something completely different. So, resonate with that or not. Let me fix this. That's okay. I can find myself around there. Alright, guys. So, a lot of these beings are coming from the black hole matrix, the phantom matrix, the pit, subspace, subtimes distortion cycle. And I'm going to make a video just about this. And eventually, I will. This is little. This is like bare bone right here. It's gonna be like this, full of information. That's why, if you find my diagram on my website, check it out. There's my website, and the diagram's free. And I check back often because I keep upgrading. Like I said, there's going to be data all around here added. Knowledge about all these beings who are creating your religions and belief systems, including Galactic Federation, including Archangel Michael, Machiwa, Lucifer, and Satan. There's where Lucifer came from, which is also part of the family of Thoth. Thoth is part of this line. Machiwa. Don't forget about the lovely grays. These are all dark beings who go by these these are just mild. You don't have the dark satanic wicked things creeds that they also do, but that's not on here. But you know, you're gonna deal with these dark avatars. I mean, that's what these beings are, man. These are dark avatar beings in the 11th and 10th dimension. And these are all their foot soldiers in all these lower density dimensions, including the dragons. They're just little kids of these other big ones. This is where all our wickedness, all our war is coming from, man. Not from Earth. It's coming to Earth from these beings. And why? Why is Earth so special to these beings coming from Orion and Andromeda, Arcturus, and other places? Well, Machiwa, we have something called the Sphere of Amenti. Wachiwa. And it has a complex of Stargates. Here's a few of them right here. Okay? You got 6th dimension Stargate. You got a Stargate to the 5th dimension. And these Atlanteans, Lemurians, all up in here, Polarians, Hyperboreans, and Gaia. These are all using these portals. These portals to different time periods. Like these one that the Egyptians were using, Lemurians and Atlanteans were coming in way into this time period. Well, just like the Guardians are using Stargates and wormholes, well, so are the dark beings, okay? I don't know why that's out of order, but so are these dark beings. They're coming in through Stargates, and they have their DNA, they have their foot soldiers. Maybe it's not a Jehovian Anunnaki on Earth, but it's another version of it down here, which is these races. These are the Jehovian races right here. They have a Phanium, the bipedal dolphin people, which are upright dolphins, and aquatic dolphins, dark ones, Nephite, type of hybrid human Marantians. So this is the original Anunnaki, the only true Anunnaki. All other Anunnaki are hybrids. Like the Omicrons stole the Anunnaki DNA and mixed it. The Odedicrons stole the Anunnaki DNA and mixed it. And the alien Greys stole the Anunnaki DNA and mixed it. So now you got the inky insectoids. You have the Marduks and the Enlils. This diagram doesn't show Enlil. I thought it did. But you got the Necromaton Andromes. Most people channeling Andromes are channeling these. Actually, they're these beetle people, fallen angelics, man, dark avatars. The Necromatons are above the Dedicrons and Omicrons. They're high level, same as Anu Elohim. Anu Elohim is a fallen race of the high level Anu. This is the origins of the Anunnaki. They're the ones that created the Jehovian Anunnaki. And then these races, I told you, stole their DNA, or just, they end up with their DNA and they make their own races, their own hybrids. All right, holy ones. Thank you for coming to my live. You're so awesome. You're so beautiful. You're so lovely. Teddy's in the house. Christ, Andromes, yeah. Steezy aspects? Yeah, it's enough. And by the way, you guys, Andromeda is another galaxy, so that doesn't tell you which planet you're from, though. Well, that's Andromeda. That's cute. We're from Milky Way. They're from Lyra, Sirius. You're from Andromeda. It's not just another star. It's another galaxy. So which star in Andromeda? Machiwa. Machiwa. Yeah, some people who are opening up awake, like in their teens or younger. You know, you're going to get these children who are more advanced and awakened. And that means they're one of the indigos. They're one of the star seeds. Realize, and we do talk about the DNA of the humans and the ETs, okay? And we show them. We show you what the Lemurian DNA was. We show you what the Atlantean DNA, and then we got us after the Atlanteans. We're going to be destroyed eventually, and there's going to be a new race after us. That race will be destroyed in our future, and then a final race will be coming in. We're part of a race genetic hybridization. We're hybridizing. We're recreating our original angelic human race. We're trying to use you would say, evolving the DNA so we can go back to our original, you would say, it's called your perfect immortal body. You're going to have a total different existence. Consider density 2 or in density 1. Consider density 2 to be so very heavenly. They're following the law of 1. Okay? It's a heavenly, freaking amazing place. You're going to have darkness there too, because not all aliens are following the law of 1, but humans are at that level. So that's also listed in Voyagers 2. And I think someone asked where we get this information. This is coming from Ashiana Dean and the Voyagers books. The Voyagers books are on Amazon for hundreds of dollars. Or you can go and just find the PDF. You can pay for it. It's like $17, or you can find one. Anyways, this is where it came from, and this is from the Guardian Alliance. You learn about this information in all these different races, these Guardian races that some of us are part of, that some of you are part of. Some of you are finding out, hey, I'm from Vega. Hey, I'm from Arcturus. I'm a Pleiadian. Or maybe I am hybrid Anunnaki human. Maybe I am reptilian. Some of that gold flame, seraphim, I resonate with that, some of you may say. Okay, you resonate with what you believe you're supposed to do with that information. For us, it's easy. We're following law of 1, and we're following and understanding why we're here as indigo children. We're supposed to be way shores. Okay, we show because we're the alumni. That's all. We're just ones that have already been through it. You're the new kids on the block. Basically, humans are freaking need help. Okay, so we welcome the indigos, but we don't welcome them. We're sending them to shrinks, and we're putting them on pharmaceuticals like Ritalin or whatever else you want to put your kid in some synthetic drug to put them in outer space, basically. They're not themselves. That's exactly what you wanted. You don't want them to be themselves. You know what indigos are. Makaisia. That's why there is abductees, contactees. I'd rather be a contactee than an abductee. But if you get on a UFO, like I was telling my story, I saw a UFO out there while I was homeless I saw a UFO, and I was zapped out of my body or back into my body. Like, I don't remember the leaving part. I just remember the returning part. So, but I believe that was literally a few years ago. I know it wasn't negative. There was no indications, no experiences that was negative in my life since then, and that you would think it was like a bad abduction. But obviously, people who have some freaking symptoms that are pretty bad, it's a bad experience. Whatever I experienced, you know, they're masters of time and space. They're outside of time and space. Their technologies are going in and out of time and space. I saw this freaking thing come in outside of orbit. It became like you would say, almost like the speed of a meteor. It came in at the speed of a meteor, and as soon as it came to the mountain I was camped by, it slowed the F down. It came in like shh, then it just slowed down and came across the mountain. I'm like, I just happened to be facing that direction at the mountain. I was about to do a show on YouTube because I think there was an ATT tower about 2 miles away. So I actually had a connection out there. So I had an internet out there. But ask Christ. He was the guy here called Christ. He used to be here when I was doing all that. He was here before. So he's alive. But this was my experience, man. And whatever it was, I can't explain it, but it was the most profound feeling. The feeling, it was the most profound feeling I've ever had in my life. A good one. There was nothing bad about that experience. And I'm sure if it was bad, there would have been something bad by then. I mean, since then. And you know, we're going to be talking about implants and also holographic insert implants. I know some of you guys are messaging me about some info. You guys, it's all going to come out. I'm in workaholic mode, and I'm not doing all my videos there all the time now, like every day now, but that's because I'm busy making true knowledge for you guys. Like, I'm making the videos that you've been asking for. So please just give me a little time, because we're going to go through all the Voyager stuff and also learn about this Maharic seal. And you asked for info about Zeta seals. I will talk about the seals. Now, if you want to look at my long video, the angelic human race video, I talk about the seals. I just realized that. If you want to look at it now, and it's in chapters, you can find the chapter I'm talking about the seals. And it's not the only seal. So there's other seals. There's a few. And these are, a seal, just think of it as a block. It's blocking a flow of energy. In your DNA, you have strands, and those strands are broken up into substrands, and they will put a block in a substrand, creating a block in your DNA of an entire chakra will be blocked. The human or whoever has this block doesn't have that whole chakra, which means what? It's stuck in that dimension. You're stuck in reincarnation. You're not going somewhere else. You can't go to somewhere else unless you have 4.5 strands. That will get you to inner earth. But 5 strands get you to Tara, which is the 5th dimension. It's technically 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. So you are going there, Holy One. Machiwa. You know, inner earth was created, right? So your idea that it's down and under the dirt, under, I don't know, they call it it's only 1% of the thickness of the earth is the crust. So, you know, nothing gets below that 1%. So your idea of inner earth or hollow earth I made a whole Inner Earth video, guys. I talk about that. The crust of the Earth that you think you go in and find you Inner Earth is only 1% of the full width of the Earth, including the mantle and the outer core and the inner core. So the mantle is huge. Now, the only thing that we've learned from the Secret Space Program is that they've learned that there's rivers in there, or there's ocean of water in the mantle. They have found out that there's oceans of water, more water than the surface in the mantle. The mantle's freaking huge. Look at some diagrams. I know some of you got it, you're excited about flat Earth and hollow Earth. We're not talking about that. Inner Earth is a technology created by a huge project done by the Guardians. It's another time vector. You go there through Ascension. It's designed by the Guardians to rescue a lot of this whole human hybridization to work with the Lemurians, the Lanteans, the Aryans. They had to create something that takes you beyond what the Zeta races are going to do. The Zeta races and the Draconians are going to take out the human, not take them out, take them over. You're going to be slaves of the in the new. If you stay on this history line, if you and keep on reincarnating and follow this history line, you will go into the dominion of the Zetas in the future. If you stayed on this history, if you ascend, you will be going beyond that problem. The Guardians have gotten you a way to go through Inner Earth, and when they manufactured Inner Earth, that was also including a bunch of Stargates, and I just showed you some of them, but there's ones going to Mintaka Orion and some other places. But it is these Stargates, it is this Inner Earth that can only be accessed through Earth. That's why these beings are effing with us. That's why they're trying to conquer Earth, because they don't really care about us. They just need us to get out of their way. We're in their way. The humans on Earth are literally meant. We're guardians, man. What that means, literally, we're guardians of the gates. We're protectors of the freaking gates. So these psychotic, twisted, wicked beings don't get out into other 15-dimensional time matrices, and that's exactly what they want to do. We're just in their way. So they're trying to conquer Earth, and they do it through ascension periods. This is an ascension period. Wow. The gates are opened, and then they're closing. Now they're closing. And that will make it... Supposedly, it makes it extremely difficult to ascend. You would have to go through many reincarnations. You'd have to stay in the time cycle and reincarnate in density 1. You guys don't want to stay in density 1. I just told you why. Machiwa. Yeah. Si. Chi. Matsua. We didn't get lit. Should I? If there's 3 people that give me the lit sign, then we'll get lit. If not, then we won't. So. Machiwa. Hope in the house. Yeah, that's thank you for sharing that, Hope. That's the truth. The more that you activate, the more you're gonna realize and see. You will just know, even if you don't completely understand it, you will have like something's wrong. I don't know about that. You'll have something in your fields helping you out, giving you a feeling, a vibe, machiwa. And the more that you activate, the more that you're kind of like you're capable of doing, almost like responsible for doing. If you're truly a guardian, You're not just meant to just be neutral and do nothing and just observe. Or maybe you are. Oh my gosh, I guess I'm getting lit. I'll do that now because last time I said I was going to get lit, I didn't get lit, and I just didn't get lit. All right. She's going to have champagne. She's having a party. Wow, is that chili pepper that? Getting lit, Christ? Can you write us in English what your last name is, please? I can't understand the Russian words, man. Because it's not exactly Russian, or I don't know. Zdravstvuyte. Yeah, see, here I am doing again, not getting lit. Let me get lit. So we'll just, you guys, that means I go take medicine, and when that happens, my psychic energy centers are boosted for, we'll go for 20 more minutes, okay? And maybe sometimes longer, but we'll say 20 minutes, we'll have a boost. I would say almost like 20% boost of your potential. Your natural becomes boosted. And think about it. Why does this medicine heal? In many different ways. It was created to heal and activate your chakra. Not only the third eye. Because I used to believe it was only the third eye, but the honest truth is I feel all my chakras light up. Not only the third eye. So whether you're new to these feelings, just realize that, you guys, I remember a time where I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel nothing. Well, the first time I tried this medicine, I felt empathic. The first time. I didn't even know what it was like to be an empath. I didn't read about it. I just started feeling, literally, it was tripping me the F out. Because I didn't know what I was doing. But that was years ago. Now I've learned about spiritual stuff and I have some reference point. So we're going to do that now. So I'll be right back. You guys can roll rawhide. You can get lit too if you want to. Yeah. Normally I could do it in front of the camera, but now I can't. I got to do it outside, they say. Alright, so what are we working on? What do we got going on now? Yeah! Suja suka puchititas. Alright, so this is my stuff. Oh, here's one. If you want to see the DNA. Well, it's not. Here's something. This is remember, this is a 48 strand. But I'm going to show the lower ones. There's a 48 strand, just realize that. Alright, I'll be right back. Usually a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And then I'll be with you for another half hour, you guys. So please hold on. It's definitely worth it because it usually rocks. So I'll see you in a tiny bit. 1 second. Or a few minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'll cut you up. Alright, guys, I'm here. Alright. Let me put the camera back on. Oh, you masuya. I'm just joking, man. No, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta just blow my nose and then we'll be all set. You know, maybe 6 seconds, blow my nose. All right, so we're okay. Oh, did I sit in something? I was like, man, I'm gonna kick my own ass if I sat on my glasses, you know. Which is not like it's impossible, right? Haven't you crushed your glasses, man? And then you're a guardian, but in Indigo, you don't want to get mad, but. Hey, if you guys stay, thank you. What's up? Let's make it worth your while. Oh, Bashu. I don't know what that means, but I think it's all good to go. I see that's machikiwa. I think I traveled. Yeah. Oh, he wants to do astral work. Not right now. Machiwasitas. Steezy. Yeah. Oh, we have Payton. That's a cool name. You don't have to pray for mercy, Holy One, but, you know, I respect your beliefs. Just realize that it's not about, oh, you got to do this and do that and do that. Well, you kind of do have to do your DNA, but, I mean, because basically, in order to develop your strand of DNA, you would have to follow, like, a path of Law of One. I mean, otherwise, you're trying to go to source that way, through descending. You'll be in a darkness path of chaos, is called. You know, you're going to be leading yourself into a destiny of sorrow, though. That leads to sorrow if you follow that path. It's a path of de-evolving instead of evolving, which is the opposite of expanding. Instead of getting more DNA and more psychic powers and more memory and more energy, you get the opposite of all that. Less. Now you are less. You descended, de-evolved. So there's beings ascending and there's beings descending. But because of all the freak show on the planet, hardly not many people are. It doesn't look like so far it will be a planetary ascension. It's going to be more of a, hey, did you guys get your 5th strand activated? No, that's 6th strand. You it would be great if you had your 3rd eye open. But what's more important, what is needed, what is required is not blind worship or whatever. Okay? It's simply, oh, you just need this opened. And this opened, that's it. But how do you get that open? By being a good person and going on a spiritual path and opening your chakra through techniques and getting the job done faster. Because you could do it through numerous lifetimes over and over and over, which are your past lives, future lives. You lived many lives. And some of the religions just say, oh, this life is one and you just die and go to heaven or hell. For example, not just Christianity, many religions believe that this is just the middle earth And then there's a lower earth darkness, supposedly, and there's a higher earth. You know, all these different, you can take that into shamanism, you can take that into all kinds of spiritual, not just religions, but spiritual, you know, spirituality, spiritual systems. Makachiwa, Mokuchifasi, Makatetechinakai. So, I'm so grateful for you being here. You feared death all my life. Well, there can be legitimate reasons to fear death. And mostly it is people who don't know if there's some afterlife. Like the name of my video, Afterlife. Some people, well, even if they don't believe in the whole reincarnation thing, they believe that there's an afterlife. Or maybe they don't believe in either. That's possible too. If you guys are watching videos like mine and others like spiritual topics, you're mostly on the good side. Doesn't mean you are. And we're law of one. We accept all. You know, we are not judging anyone. The only thing we want is at least a peaceful dialogue inside our chat. That's why I have 2 moderators here. So, and thank you to Leo Murray. He's been awesome. He's been helping me out as a moderator, and also we've had a couple of moderators, and but otherwise we have a good tight group, and we're just so blessed to have the like Lasness. She's awesome. Thank you for being here too, Holy One. Just want to get a shout out to them, and all you guys others who are here regularly. If you guys haven't seen some of my videos, check them out. I have a bunch of small videos, like a bunch of those shorts, so you can just binge into those 60-second ones, or check out the other ones. We talk about spiritual awakening, but we also talk about all these aliens and ETs because they're part of that. They're part of our identity. They're part of our past lives and future lives. These aliens are some of you. They don't always have to look like this. If you go to a higher reality, you don't look like this. We're carbon matter here. You don't look like that there. This is a deformity. This is a distortion. This is disgusting. Compared to that, you guys are gonna freaking, whoa, yeah. It's like you're gonna feel like in this movie Avatar, remember Jake? He's handicapped, human, small, he feels insignificant, and then he gets inside an avatar, which is the race of cat people. I forgot what they called them, but yeah, we're gonna go into such a pathetic, you would say, kind of like body form now that we have, to some freaking awesome immortal body. and more, it's just like hard from our level in this world now to imagine that's even true. Most people don't believe in anything spiritual anymore, or God, or you think it's all just whatever. Life is just after you die, there's nothing after that. I've never thought that, man. I don't know how people. There has to be some type of connection to something outside from a past life. You know, some of you are here on Earth. This is the past for you, but you traveled to the past. You became through an arranged. It was arranged for an indigo child to come in. If you're an indigo, you're here. It was planned. It's not some freak accident. You picked out the parents. There's a contract, an agreement. It's serious. So, and we're part of a team. You're coming not alone. What's up, vatos? What's going on? Yeah. See my soul. So, maybe I should do a poll right now. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. You guys can answer, and it'll show the percentage of how many of you chose the answer. You know. Do you remember? Okay, here's the. It's real simple and perfect. Do you? Wait. Ask your community. Do you remember? Past life. And yes, no, or not sure. Let's do that. I'm not sure. I mean, I gotta give a third choice, right? I'm not sure. Okay. Robert already answered right away, no. And that's okay, Holy One. I mean, I feel I've had like signs of certain other lives. Like maybe you guys feel a very strong connection to Egyptians or Atlanteans or Lemurians. Well, it's just simply realize it's all part of the human history. We've all been those. We've all lived as a Lemurian. We all lived as an Atlantean. If we have just the fact alone that you have a second strand and a third strand means you lived as a Lemurian, as an Atlantean. So we have actually, don't forget, the Hyperboreans and the Polarians before them. So we have 4 races inside of us in our DNA. 4 different conscious thoughts and ideas that are part of our thoughts and ideas, part of who you are and your race and bloodline, family line. Makes you an individual, unique signature. Wachiwa okoye mwasu ikamu suchakaye. Ah, man, I gotta hydrate. Vato locos. I remember sleeping in my Camaro. Dude, I was just looking at one of a video I saw on my iPhone and on my computer or whatever, and I saw a video of me in my car, and there was orbs coming out of through the car. And I've had orbs in lots of videos already, but that was freaking awesome. I just turn the camera around and show you guys the orbs flying through the window, flying through my stuff, and flying towards me, through me. I've made like also a 5-minute video of orbs, dude. I shown a portal open and thousands of orbs came out of my floor in my room. Don't believe me? It's in my videos. Look at it. You decide. Machiwa. And there was one, man, it was so freaking cool. It was like, realize sometimes they fly real fast, and sometimes I try to follow them. I had to move so fast. And one time in this video, you can see it now if you want. There's a part of it, halfway through maybe, and where there's like one here and one here and one here, and they're like in synchrony, something like that, and they're flying up, but they bob down a little bit and then back up and then bob down again, and like, what the hell, dude? And you don't see these orbs? They're flying through the wall. I show them going through the wall. I show them coming out of my bed, dude, out of nowhere, just coming out. Why it doesn't have a million views, I don't know. So that was good medicine, and I thank you guys for hanging with me. You guys are awesome. Yeah. And I could just allow this current to come, speak, this energy, this other self, one of my other selves. Like we're talking about past lives. I have my past lives, and just so you don't think you're special, all of us lived in Lemuria. All of us lived in Atlantis. Doesn't mean you remember it, but we come from there. It's a progression of time. And we talk about time as being simultaneous, just like your other selves. So you could, technically, take some portals, use your consciousness and go through portals. You could travel there. Technically, you can learn how. You want to be limited, right, to this, what they call, on the planet, it's called a frequency fence. And it's considered like a quarantine, basically like a galactic quarantine, where it's under guard, so beings aren't allowed, because of the frequency events, to come through, or not able to, or not allowed to. Like there's beings watching our system, and so there's a lot of freaking amazing stuff that's really part of our reality that most humans don't think about or not aware of. I want to be in those type of circles. I want to know that information. I want to be at that level. It's like you are an indigo. You're part of these freaking. Imagine yourself on giant motherships. Imagine yourself being part of some, federation of light or some shit. I mean, really, in higher, you would say, when you speak of a higher self, technically that would be one of your future selves, a future life from now. Like now we think 2020 is advanced. Anyways, well, you're from millions of years in the future. And ultimately you're billions of years in the future. And ultimately you're just, outside of space-time, called the time matrix, and inside those eternal collectives of consciousness, these gestalts that are eternal, like they never go from that place, they persist. Eternal means forever, no death, just eternal. You would say pleasure, ecstasy, bliss, joy, love. Why would you want to go into a freaking distorted, mutated hologram? Well, look how many of us individuations are here. Obviously, God wants to know itself at these distortions too. All these distortions, it's processing through God's parts of what is God. Faces of God, I'm a face of God. That axe murderer is a face of God. Doesn't mean we justify and say it's allowed for them to hurt us. We have a right to protect ourselves. But anyways, this is peaceful. We go through conscious awakening. That's how we do it. We're not raising arms and stuff. We do this because literally, if there was a 100th monkey effect, sort of like a certain percentage of the planet, if a certain percentage, it's less than 10%, at least, you know that. So it's less than, I don't know exactly if it's close to 5% or less. Well, actually, I don't think it's that low. It might be around 8%, but have to be awakened, including the 144,000. The ones who have to open their third eye. There's 144,000, they're called. We'll find some bogus information on the New Age movement, but the Guardians talk about this from the Guardian point of view. Machiwa. So you can decide. Machikas. Oh, pa. Hanichi. What is your arrangement? What is your alignment? What do you present? What do you feel? Hey, what do you think? What you think is what you are, Holy One. How you treat people, how you respond, reply to people. It's not about guilt and sin, no, but it is about your thoughts. Your spiritual evolution evolves or de-evolves based on your thoughts, your deeds, what you do. Like, you saw the creed of light and love, joy, love, truth, kindness. You will have mindfulness. These are aspects like a creed. This is how we treat people. Through these principles, man, These are guardian beings giving us, returning this information to the planet. And throughout the years, there has been these star seeds. You are star seeds, indigos coming in. There's literally only a few million of us, you guys. I remember seeing a video of Ashiana saying 50,000, but that was back in 1998. And that her information says that there will literally be a few million by a certain period of time, because there's many being born now, even. It's like we come in spurts, not like continuously and not all at once, but spurts in time. But there was a bunch of them, we would say, during certain periods, like a bunch in the 70s, which would be me. And supposedly the ones from the 70s are the ones that are indigo type 1s, which I guess I'm as old as Ashana, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe she's a few years older than me. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Why did I even mention that? I'm confused. But this is just your guardian. You're part of this information, man. You guys can confirm this inside your own experiences, and this information, by the way, it empowers you. It doesn't take your power. It doesn't ask you to have blind worship or subservience, or to live your life in fear. Fear God, literally, it tells you, right? Straight up, fear God. Oh, nice, Anunnaki, Jehovian. Remember? No, not nice. No, thank you. Not me, and, well, your child can decide for themselves, right? They're God sovereign free at a certain age. Machiwa. Thank you guys for being here. I come here. I used to come here every night. I can't do that every night, but I'm working on the content every day. And I'm actually planning on bringing some of the healing techniques soon, too. It's awesome. It's exciting. So, I know some of you are just interested in certain topics, but there really is a spectrum of topics. Mostly it's about this whole Ascension. And Ascension includes information about chakra and about Stargates, explanation of our true origins and history, like the ET ancestry. We have, they call it ancient aliens. Well, we do have ET ancestry. Other dimensions, other densities, all the way up. And here at Christos Avatar, we talk about all those races. I mean, the ones involved with us. Involved with the blue flame races, we explain that, and where the humans come from, the Lyrans, who became the template, the DNA, the prototype for hominids. All hominid forms are coming from Lyra. Originate. To be fair, because you can make a hybrid, of course, right? But, so all hominids originate from Lyra. So if it's in your DNA, know that part of you is Lyran. If you're hominid, some type of hominid. So, but this is part of the history. Our ancestry is really extraterrestrial and multidimensional, and it's not fair. It's not complete. Excuse me. It's not holistic. Well, it's not complete history if you're only including 3D history. And most of you humans agree or think that your history only goes back to, like, what, 8,000 BC or 6,000 BC? Most people believe that. Even your Bible, supposedly, I've heard some bishops, famous bishops, say, oh, the earth is, according to the Bible, only 6,000 years old. Something around this, some stupid little amount, when we know better. And even if it was, it's not. only 6,000, because know that the freaking dinosaurs go way beyond 6,000 years old. You can't like dismiss all their bones and fossil records and shit. Excuse my language. You can't just say no, that's bullshit. Huh? It's like evidence. You don't care about the evidence. It says it's way older than your Bible. Just saying. That's an old fucking fossil, man. That's older than 6,000 years old for sure. This crystal was hundreds of millions of years old, and I have one that's over 1 billion. Do you want to see a 1 billion-year-old rock? Almost 2 billion, by the way, some of them. This 2 billion-year-old consciousness. Wachiwa. It's called Orlite 23. One of the secrets. Ha ha ha. Oh Makachi. That's a master stone. Right there. Orlite 23. This is close to $3,000. Amachiwastu. Man, I can see that precious metals in there. It sparkles because it has silver, platinum, gold, amethyst. There's all kinds. There's a whole up to 23 different crystals inside here. And it's known to be over up to 2 billion years old. So this is a freaking awesome specimen and very rare to even get. Oh my gosh. It's freaking awesome. I'm not trying to sell it. It's real. The energy is freaking awesome. What is it? What the hell, dude? Feels like it's got a pulse, man. Shit. I mean, you can really feel like it's liquid or water in there. I mean, it's not. I'm just saying it feels like this. You can feel the energy sort of like that. Like movement and inner current. And also know that the crystals have powerful energy, and this just happens to be a very powerful orlite. A master stone. This is typically, most people when I have a crystal this big, I actually have a bigger one in my storage, but right now I think with me this might be my biggest orlite. I'm not sure. I wish I would have brought that, but my space was limited when I was homeless. I had to fit anything I could inside a 10 by 20 and then go live somewhere and boondocking somewhere. And whatever could fit inside my truck, which is a old 93 Ford, but it's an F350 dually. So it's got some towing power. So if I ever get a trailer, man, you know those they sell like motorhome trailer things that are like a house, you know. I mean, hopefully someday I can have an acre or two of land and then have a motorhome or a manufactured housing, you know. Have my own well, have my own solar power. Just get internet off the grid but try to live outside of it, the grid. Pull some internet out of the air, you know. I mean, and be completely self-sufficient. And why not have a garden? Why not have water and stored food and know how to have this, spiritual transformation in your life? Focus on what it will take to get you from what you are now into being ready for this freaking ascension process. And I'm so stoked, man, with this new momentum. I'm going to be talking about a lot of mysteries and secrets. I kind of be careful, but, you know, it's just like the information, I think it's not too worrisome is if I focus more on the healing. They don't give a shit about healing stuff. Much you, masita asa koye moshu kaye. All of those past lives, future lives, you can learn how to remember, Holy One. Start working with crystals. You know? This is a Amazonite. Freaking amazing color. For third eye, you could use Orlite, like I showed you, or Amethyst. Actually, a round one's not good to, balance. You want a flat one at least to do chakra work with your crystal. So, if you're new to spiritual stuff, and activating chakra work, I recommend using crystals on your body, near your chakra. And it's real simple. Just get like 7 different colors, right? Mainly. Obviously, there's more. If you want to do one for your 8th chakra, it can balance on your body right here. And then, but this one is really basically really close to the third eye. So it's the thalamus, but it's chakra, but it's very near the same area. And know that you have these beams of energy because of this chakra, like a unicorn. This is the 9th dimensional thalamus chakra, silver chakra. So you could still put a silver stone near that and put I don't know, like a lapis on your throat. You can think of another blue stone, like turquoise. Well, that's getting to borderline blue-green. If you want accuracy, get something closer to the vibration of that color, because this is color. It's wavelength. It's it's not like in stone, but it's like, because some stones don't really go by the color, the properties you wouldn't think, would be like, let's say, a fluorite that has green, blue, and purple in it. That would have different energies than one that just had green in it, because there's different fluorites. There's one fluorite that has 3 colors in it. I do of course have that. I just don't have one near me. I actually have a box of crystals, and I love to work with the balls, crystal balls, because it radiates in 360 degrees in all directions, instead of a point is more helpful if you're pointing it at something, or if you're trying to get more accurate, a laser accurate, you would want a very good point. Like these people who are working with Reiki or learning these crystal healing systems, they know how to do this. It's the energy, and we do this, and also in Christos healing systems, like the ones from the Voyagers books, and they teach you how to work with the chakra, to work with the energies, to run and use the 6-pointed star in liquid light color in it. Dude, I just saw something go like that. And you go inside your third eye chakra, and you visualize it going down. It's liquid light, 6-pointed star of David, but I see it 3-dimensional and pointed. You can have more than 6 points. You can have 24 points. Try that. When you get good at seeing 6-pointed Merkaba star, start seeing why not a star with hundreds of points? Why not see a Merkaba star with thousands, millions? I see it right now. It's like so freaking... Yes. Makaya. Thank you for being here, Vato Locos. So I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm working on 2 videos because I'm like some of the material is together. So I want to do one on the history, you would say the Atlantean history that goes into modern history. This is actually the same history. It's part of the same history. But, you know, like I just mentioned earlier, most people think the world's only, I mean, humans have only been around for 6,000 years, man. When you got ancient sites, obviously much older, man. And we're not just talking about carbon dating. There's many ways they date now things. You can look that up. They have many different ways to date things. It's like crazy. I didn't even know it. They have more than I even imagined. There's like a whole bunch of ways besides carbon dating that confirm that we're much older than 6,000 years. So even if it's not 6,000, let's be real liberal and say 10,000 years, okay? Most people think it's only 10,000 years. No! Humans go millions of years ago. We're actually, our race, the human race, if you're indigo starseed, it's not you. If you're a human earthseed, it goes back 560 million years ago. And realize that's history from the 3rd dimension, history from the 4th dimension, and the 5th dimension, and the 6th dimension. That's how ancient humans are. All the way up to 6th dimension. But not really. Because we're actually go all the way up to 12th dimension. Density 2, but also density 3 and density 4 avatar. So we have the capacity, once we get to our 6th strand, to activate the starseed DNA, which will be a 12th strand. So as soon as you hit 60, you become a 12D being. But you can see how far in the future that is. Just real quick on the diagram, you can see, you guys, how far in the future the 6th dimension is. Let me go to the correct diagram. Is this it? Yeah. Sixth dimension, follow it right here, 6D, is 57,342 AD. That's how far in the future the 6th dimension is. Which is the level of angels and archangels. It goes into the level of archangels after this, into the 7th dimension it does. And then you can look downwards. Follow density 3, that's the archangels. Follow density 3 like the bluish color. Let me zoom in. Well, let's go to the guardian side first. The blue flame races, emerald order races. But also the gold flame, there's a few gold flame good ones. Like the Athean and the bird people are good. And a few benign reptiles and dinos and stuff. But otherwise, also don't forget the violet flame. All the violet flame are good. These 4 races. But this is not violet flame, just so you know. It just got up to this level by genetic hybridization. But the guardians, right here, these are archangels. Lyran, Syrian whites, those are archangels. Some of you are connected to the Syrian Anuhazi, or the Arcturans, the good ones. There's bad ones, but these are the good ones. I think the bad ones are mixed hybrid. Oh, I went too far. Nordic, no wait, Arcturian Draco Anunnaki. I got this wrong. I already know that. I gotta fix that. But these are archangels, the Elohim, the race called the Elohim that the Lyran Syrians created. So it's a good Elohim, not the bad one. Anu, not the Anu Elohim, not this Elohim, the high, mighty, dark avatars. Remember, the Anunnaki are only 10th dimensional. Well, this Anunnaki. But the Leonines are archangels. That's who the Anunnaki, the good ones, worship. Well, I don't mean just only the good ones. The Anunnaki worshipped cat people, which this race, the Leonines, are a lower version of the Anuhazi. Just remember, the Anuhazi are the highest race, highest encoded race. Of course, now that's originally. Of course, other individuals have ascended, right, all the way up to that level too. I'm really curious about the Violet Flame. I love Pegasus. They're my #1 spirit guide. So I know they're very important for me. So are the whale. Like I told you about my trip in Hawaii, a whale jumped in front of me in the ocean. It was magnificent. And I've seen dolphins. I've touched dolphins. This is a aquatic ape. These are good people. Amachiwa. And the bird people and the mantis, Athenians, are good. And the Ceres. And the Ceres are what became the Pleiadians. Or it's part of the Pleiadian DNA. Bigfoot's real. He's higher than you. But these are future humans, and that's where you want to go, because that's where you're immortal. You want to go back to immortality. Vato locos. Let me put this back on, sorry. Alright. Previously, when Ashiana did the Camelot interview, we had 200 years to raise people's DNA high enough to evacuate them. Since then, all that has changed and the failsafe was triggered. Thank you for sharing, Holy One. Oh, my camera battery. Let me change it, guys. And 47% of you said yes. I gotta put the diagram on because until I switch my battery. Sorry, guys. Let me put my battery. I knew it was gonna die because I didn't have it on. Just give me a moment. The other one's going in now. Takes a few seconds. All right. Yeah, baby, what's going on? Machua, you guys are awesome. Makaya. Yeah, you guys, I just made the Seraphim video recently. So if you guys haven't seen that, please check it out, because we talk about all of the gold flame races, the main ones that we're involved with, and we talk about the bird people and the mantis, and unfortunately there's negative seraphi called seraphim race, fallen races, and that would be the Omicrons who fell, the Odedicrons fell, and that's a dragon moth, and avian reptiles. And of course, there's many hybrids made between different races. You also, you would say the avians are like gargoyles. The dragon moths create the draconians, who are actually dragons, you would say, winged, and dragons. They're called Orion winged Dracon. So these beings are the big troublemakers, and they have created a race themselves with the humans called Dracos. And it's the Dracos that most people are familiar with, not the high level dragons. Most people would think that's fringe information. They think that's probably just bullshit or nonsense. But the dragons are real, man. These are races that are bipedal, and they're upright, dragon looking. And I'm not saying they breathe fire. I'm saying that they look like dragons, like they do in this movie, and I show the pictures. And so they're not nice. They would rather eat you much, instead of just having intelligent conversation. But we talk. There's just not like the masterminds, or you have different masterminds. Really, it's the dragon moths who are the mastermind, the high level. But anyways, we also have a lot of the insectoids who are not good. We realize that the insectoids come out of a race called Zephylium, and the Zephylium were blue-skinned race. Just like we have the blue-skinned humans, we have the blue-skinned Azurite angel race, blue angel. Beautiful, beautiful beings. I have many visions of these beings. I've seen many of these high-level beings. They were definitely hydroplasmic. I've seen ecstatic level worlds. I've seen some kind of high-level worlds in ayahuasca. When I was in Peru, I went to a retreat there in the Sacred Valley there, and I also saw a lot of the Inca, you would say, holy sites, or I was on top of the world in Machu Picchu, so to speak. It was awesome, man. It was truly mysterious and magical and amazing. It was almost as important as the ayahuasca retreat. It wasn't the same event. I went to both just because it was, man, you don't go to Peru, that many times in my life, right? So I'm like, so it was freaking awesome. I kind of wish I wouldn't have been all interested in those Russian girls and just going to Ukraine. I'd rather, if I would have known now, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have spent more time in South America. Or any powerful, just go on a spiritual journey. Go visit only, spiritual sites, sacred sites that would empower you or activate you. You would have to physically go to a sacred site to be activated. And I know I'm supposed to someday go to Mount Shasta. I don't know why. I guess I'll find out why. But that's gonna be a trip, man. Going all the way to the California north, way up there. And if I do, I want to see those giant redwood forests when I go, while I'm in the neighborhood, so to speak. I'm like, yeah. What's up, man? I would like to lose weight, so I might go on a diet, but I don't know. I don't know. I need to, because I would rather feel better about my health. When you start to get into your 50s, you have to think about shit like that. Yeah, you have to monitor shit and check shit now. I love you guys. You're awesome peeps, man. What's up? We should have a Starseed Fest, man, like a Woodstock, a Starstock, or I don't know. A Starseed stock. We gotta have a big rave, like Burning Man, but not Burning Man. Good vibes, but I'm not gonna be burning shit. Come on. If anything, we're gonna have a world's record of drummers there. I'll break a record of having many drummers together in one place, and we're gonna just fucking come on, shit. What's up? Oh my god, 50% of you said yes. We did a poll today. And let me see. Do you remember a past life? Yes, no, or I'm not sure. So the verdict is 19% no. 31% I'm not sure. See, now you know why I put that, because some people are not sure. And then 50% said yes. Wow, you guys. Awesome. Thank you for being... 16 of you actually participated, so thank you for participating, you guys. You don't have to, but appreciate it. Yeah, you guys, thank you for coming to my live. I'll be letting you go for now, but I'll be back again. And please, you're welcome to reach me here or on Facebook or TikTok. Check out my TikTok and my Instagram, and shoot me an email if you want, or whatever. I can't get to every message, especially an overwhelming letter, like a giant letter. I'll do my best. So peace, you guys, and I hope love yourself and love others, and focus on your 4th strand and your 5th strand. I love you guys. Peace, blessings, gratitude, grace, love, bliss. Namaste, Vato Locos. Namaste. See you in the flip flop. Yeah. Sotasayo Kogyan. Ofosatita Sasaki Pasataye. Vasucha Seripamakats. Aivasta ita ikushumatas. Yakachie. Hochumapoye. Peace.